so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much. As usual, I appreciate every one of you, and I say happy Sunday to all the Christians. All the Christians that are watching this very platform, wherever you are watching from. If you are watching from Biafra land, you are watching from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, from Russia, from China, whichever part of the world you are watching us from. I say may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect you, and may Chukwu Okike continue to give you the strength to continue to move on, and I wish you a very happy Sunday. Wish you a very happy Sunday. Some of us have already gone to Sunday service in our various places and we are back. Some people are preparing to go and some are just waking up to go. People in the United States are just preparing and waking up to go. People in Biafra land has gone and come back. Asia has gone and come back too. So I appreciate everyone who has been able to join us this evening. I say may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us. We will continue to do what we have to do on this platform, to continue to speak anytime we have the opportunity. We have to continue to sensitize our people, continue to encourage each other on the way forward. Remember, the platform where you are watching this very program is an autopiloted platform. Autopiloted by Chukwu Okike Abiyama himself, under the spokesmanship and under our new Prime Minister of Biafra Republic, government in exile, Mazi Nnamdi, and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is where we stand. Each time you come to this platform to listen, just have it in mind that you are in line and following up on the Biafra Government Republic in exile. That is where we stand, obeying all instructions, following all the steps that we have to follow to get our freedom. And we cannot relent in our effort. We will not relent. So today, in our worship today, as we worship today, we are going to be discussing on certain issues to encourage each other. Candy Chiazor, thank you so much for joining, Candy. We have to encourage each other, and our topic we choose today is to be focused. Keep your eyes on the ball. My advice today to every Biafran is to remain focused and keep your eyes on the ball. Do not allow anyone to distract you. Don't allow anyone to distract you. As you have gone to church today to worship, you've gone to church today to pray to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, I hope you remember Biafra in prayer. As I have always told you, I am first of all a Biafra before I can attach myself to any other thing. I am a Christian also, but I'm first of all a Biafran. And my Christianity doesn't make me to forget about my Biafranness. My Biafranness cannot be covered. I'm proud to be a Biafran, an Igbo Biafran. I will remain Igbo Biafran, and I will always represent Igbo Biafra. So today, I want to advise our people, everyone that is watching and those who are going to be watching time to come, that it is time to focus on the ball. It is time to be focused on the ball. We have to keep our eyes on the ball. Don't get distracted. As you see us heading into Biafra land on a high speed, the actualization of Biafra is coming true before your own very eyes. In the process of heading to Biafra, a lot of things are going to happen. More distractions are going to come, as they are coming already. We have seen a lot in the past, and more is going to come. So my advice today to you on this very Sunday is that you must have to be steadfast, be focused, don't get distracted. Remain focused, no matter the wave you see, no matter the rumors you hear, no matter the obstacles, no matter the hindrances, no matter the attacks. Remain focused. Our destination remains Biafra. Biafra is our destination, except you have a different destination. But if you are a genuine Biafran, autopiloted, under the new Biafra Republic government in exile, with our Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi in charge, and under leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you are in line, you must remain focused. And you must have to know that the only direction we have is freedom. Our only direction is freedom. We are always looking towards that goal. And what is that goal? Freedom. And freedom we must get in 2023 without missing words. It is a challenge we have taken upon ourselves, you and I. Every genuine Biafra, we have taken up that challenge and we are going to conquer. No matter the attack they are going to bring, no matter the distractions, don't get distracted. Is it going to be easy? Of course, it's not going to be easy. Will there be distraction? There will be numerous distractions. The ones you have seen in the past are nothing yet. You are yet going to see more distractions, but you must have to remain focused. Remember the word of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He said, consistency is the key. As long as you remain consistent doing what you are supposed to do, as long as you remain consistent following the right path, we will definitely be free. And freedom is sure. Don't allow anybody to distract you. They are going to come with numerous kinds of distractions. But the only way you can be able to overcome those distractions is for you to remain focused on the real direction. Today, every genuine Biafra knows where the source of information is supposed to come from. Our genuine source of information, we know where it's supposed to come from. No other place than from the Biafra Republic government in exile, under our new Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only way you can get a solid and concrete information on how to overcome, on how to move forward, on how to conquer. Except you align to yourself. Except you are not genuine. Except your envy and jealousy have overshadowed you. But if you are sincere to yourself, you can testify that today, the one man that is standing out, guiding us and leading us into that victory, in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is our Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we have to continue to support him. Support him the best way you can. Distractions are going to come. But you must not allow those distractions to overcome you. You must not allow those distractions to overcome you. The distraction will be coming from day to day, from time to time. They are going to be coming from all angles. There will be numerous kinds of distractions from east, west, north, and south. But I beg you, in the name of Chukwu Abiyama, don't be distracted. Remain focused. Today you have seen what is going on in the Zoological Republic. You have seen all their blackmail and propaganda that is coming up. You have seen all that have drawn up for themselves. But we cannot be distracted. Everything the Zoological Republic is doing today is to give us a distraction. But I bet you, if you listen diligently to the words that is coming from our Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will never be distracted. They have lined up the activities they're going to use to distract you. But are we going to allow that? We will not allow that. We will not allow that. They lined up their rumor of, whatever they call it, inauguration of whatever Brgie they want to inaugurate in Biafra land. That the monster wants to come to Biafra land on the 15th. And we have heard that. We got the clue. If it is true that it's coming, remember, our spokesperson have said it, our Prime Minister, that day is going to be a lockdown. As usual, we will not give them that breathing space. And you see, as they are preparing to inaugurate their fake presidents they have planted, we cannot be part of it. We have also put something in place that on 29th, it's going to be a lockdown. On 28th eve, it's going to be the eve of that day, and it's going to be a no-go area. Biafra has been locked up. So every one of us have to get prepared for what is coming. 29th and 30th. It will be a lockdown in Biafra land. Remember, 30th is our Heroes Celebration Day, 30th May, and 29th of May, the day they want to plant their Islamization leader. And we will not be part of it. 28th being the eve of that 29th is curfew in Biafra land. All these informations are very necessary for you to keep it at heart. As I've always told you, you have to know the right person to listen to. Don't get distracted. Are they going to distract you? Of course they will distract you. As they're already coming with distractions. You saw them, how they cunningly brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into the court without any formal information. Without prior information, they took the lawyers unaware and they brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to court. Only to come and deceive themselves. And at the end of the day, the case would adjourn to the next 2 weeks, on the 11th. And you have heard our spokesperson say that we're going to have 4 days sit at home in preparation towards that. All these are geared to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released. All these are geared to make sure that our voice is heard all over the world. As I've always said in my last program, that every one of us have a role to play. Most of the time you see people come online and begin to ask, what are we going to do to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? This question keep on coming. Some keep on focusing on our new Prime Minister of the Biafra government in exile, Mazi Nnamdi, asking him, what do we do? What do we do? But I can tell you, he has given us every step we will take. He has told us what to do to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For those of us who are very worried about the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know every genuine Biafran is worried. Every genuine and sincere Biafran is worried. But it is not all those who are saying that are serious about it. So many are calling for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but not serious about it. I can only vouch for people in the autopilot movement under the new Biafran government in exile. They are very serious about the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is why we don't just say free him. We put things in place to make sure that we put the government in the tight corner. We don't just say release him and we sit back. That is the difference between us and those people who are talking outside there. And that is why I am reminding you not to get distracted. Remain focused. Remain focused. Don't allow anyone to distract you. And each time you see anybody in autopilot, anybody under the Biafran government in exile, speaking, talking about the coming of Biafra, we are fighting at the same time the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These two things are the same. You can't separate these two. The freedom of Mazi Nnamdi, the genuine freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes with the freedom of Biafra. And that is why we are putting these two things online and pursuing them at the same time. Each time you make a move to fight for the coming of Biafra, you are actually pursuing the genuine freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't allow somebody to deceive you and tell you, you are fighting for Biafra. Why? What's happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why will you look for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The people that are forgetting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are those who are not fighting for Biafran freedom anymore. If you are no longer fighting for Biafran freedom and you're waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out to begin to fight for you, that means you don't want him to be free. That means you want the caliphate to be happy. That means you want the caliphate to be happy that they have achieved their aim. The major aim of them kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was to make sure that you and I stop agitating. That was why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped so that we will stop talking about Biafra. So anytime you stop talking about the coming of Biafra, you have actually sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the second time. Take it to the bank. Anytime you stop speaking about Biafra, you stop speaking about the coming of Biafra, anytime you start fighting for Biafra, you are actually selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the second time. You see why it is very important that we continue to pursue the coming of Biafra. You continue to listen to our new Prime Minister of Biafra government in Israel and everything he's doing. Follow all the instructions. Every civil disobedience has been lined up in this May. Make sure you key in into it. Every single civil disobedience that have been lined up in this May to make sure that Biafra remains a reality, make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be freed. Begin to prepare yourself to key in and do your own part. It is not enough to ask questions. It is not enough to just come and make a suggestion. It is not just enough for you to talk. Make your contribution. Make your contribution. There are so many ways to make contribution. Contribution is not only financially. Even though financial contribution is the most important that we have now, but there are other ways you can contribute. There's other contribution you can make in the state that we are now. Every one of us must sit up. Every one of us must sit up and focus on the ball. Don't lose focus. They are going to bring different kinds of drama to distract you. They are going to bring different kinds of drama to distract you. But don't get distracted. They are going to use their court. They can use the lawyers. They can use their so-called Igbo. They can use the Igbo politicians. They can use anyone. They can even use the fallen angels to distract you. But I bet you, as a genuine Biafran, do not allow anybody to distract you. Today we know the right person to listen to. It is not something we have to shout about. We know the right person to listen to. The person who has been fighting for you and I lately. Since the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up to date. The one who has been very, very consistent, doing things we can see with our own eyes. Forget about those who have been sleeping for years. Some who have been sleeping for more than a decade. All of a sudden. Because now they saw somebody that is doing something meaningful. They finally realized, oh, we can do something. Some of them who have been sleeping, even when they had the opportunity to do something. Even Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given them that free chance to do something and make sure you create a change. They didn't have any idea. They didn't know how to move left or right. And the most painful thing that so many of them are still hiding their faces up to today. We don't know whom they are. They hide under their keyboard. And they begin to write issue statement. And that is what the zoo wants. Faceless people. But in the new Biafran government in exile, we are talking about human beings, people that has an address. We are not talking about faceless people anymore. Not anymore. We are not talking about faceless people. The Biafran struggle have entered a different level. In case you don't know, you better wake up. Biafran restoration have entered into a different level. A more sophisticated level. A level whereby all you have to do is to continue to pray. Some of us have no role to play in this level that we are now. All we have to do is to come and say things that we have to say, pass information to you. It has gone to a higher level where diplomatic talks are being held. It is now government to government. The Biafran government in exile and other governments of the world, making friends, making contact, and doing lobbying all over the world. And the zoo is getting the information. The zoo is feeling the heat. So it is not a mere hearsay, neither is it a propaganda. These are reality on the ground. And you as a Biafran, you have to know this reality. That is why you must not lose focus. Your eye must always be on the ball. Your eye must be on the ball. Play your own role. As you have heard about the civil disobedience have been lined up in this May, follow them diligently. Each and every one of them, follow it diligently. These are the ways we can be able to shut down the zoo. That's the way we could shut them down. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave the order. Anything you look for me, don't see me. Shut down the zoo. There are so many ways to shut down the zoo. And this is one of the easiest ways to shut it down. This is one of the easiest ways to shut it down. That is why we call on you at all times to pay attention to every instruction given. Some of you who are focusing on violent side, you're focusing on the day you begin to see people throwing bombs, you focus on the day you see us begin to burn houses and bomb places. There are stages to everything. There are time for everything. Everything is stage by stage. everything step by stage. Have you done your own part? Ask yourself, have you done your own part? In this civil disobedience journey, have you done your own part effectively? Have you done your own part effectively? Some people, when they write on WhatsApp group, or when they come to a group, or when they are talking, you see them, they focus on the violent aspect of it. They begin to talk about the war aspect of it, talking about war, begin to burn houses, talk about so many things that are not yet time for. There is time for everything. At this stage now that we are, stage of diplomatic talks, that is where we are. And those diplomatic talks are going on secretly. They are all going on. And most of them, our Prime Minister have revealed to us after the meeting. Sometimes when he goes to the meeting, he comes back, he tells us how he goes. So a lot of things is happening. But the question is you on your own side, because there is something everyone can do. Every one of us have a role to play. Don't tell me you don't have a role to play. Or don't tell me there's nothing. Every single one of us, Biafran, both children, the elderly, men, women, everybody have a role to play. So ask yourself, are you playing your own role? More especially in the aspect of civil disobedience. Those in Biafra land, people in Biafra land, are you prepared for what is coming? A lot of civil disobedience have been announced for me. A lot of civil disobedience have been announced. How are you preparing for this civil disobedience that we have announced? We have 4 days. After the 4 days, we enter into the 2 weeks. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released, we enter into the 2 weeks. Are you getting prepared? Are you getting prepared? Get yourself prepared. Get yourself prepared, because we all have a role to play. It is not everything that you expect our Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile to do for you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He can't do everything for you. He is just there to give that directions. He is our spokesperson. He is our voice. He is our guidance today. In the absence of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is the only voice we can listen to. A loud voice that calls our attention at every given point. A meaningful, loud voice that shows us where to go, what to do, and what not to do. How are you paying attention to that voice? Please share this video as you join this broadcast. Share this video on your platform. Share to your WhatsApp group. Share it in any place you belong. Share so that people can join us on this very discussion. And if you want to make a contribution, you can click the link. I will bring you in. You make a contribution. But while you're